Hello, Monarchs. How is everyone? Welcome to this episode of Monarch Voices.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. How is everyone doing? OMG, we haven't had a podcast in 2 weeks, Dawn. We've been so busy. It's been bananas.
It has been, and Thanksgiving, and it's just it's just been a lot.
It's been a lot going on. So this is going to be, what did we say? This is going to be like a potluck episode, everybody. We really don't have any real topics. It's really going to just be an episode of Around the Cottage, I would say. We're going to catch everybody up on what we did in November.
Right.
Kind of what we got going on in December.
Right.
And then we'll get ready for the new year. But we're taking it easy right now.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
It is so relaxed. It's also a no makeup Friday. Shout out to a fresh face, no makeup.
Right.
Transparency is key.
I was going to say the best decision, I think, was for us to be low key for the rest of the year and get ourselves some revitalized and re-energized and revolutionized because, girl, it is a movement, isn't it? I can't, every week it just gets better and better. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not getting any easier, I'll say that, but it is getting more rewarding.
Yep.
I feel that we are getting positive reinforcement.
I agree.
And so we're
stepping out of our comfort zone.
Yes.
How about you? I saw you up there at that podium.
Practicing those.
I saw you, girl.
Girl, I haven't led a presentation in a room like that in many, many years. So I have to work up my stamina a little bit. And I'll get everybody caught up. So Around the Cottage, one of the things that happened this week. So should we start this week and go backwards? Let's get everybody caught up on the month of November.
Yep.
So I feel like we need to start with, as far as the month of November, we need to start with the Women's Leadership Conference.
Yeah.
From the Newcastle County Chamber of Commerce, because I think that was like the tipping point for a lot of things that happened after that.
Yeah.
And I think that you and I kind of found a little rhythm at that. So for those of you that don't know, we were exhibitors at the Newcastle County Chamber of Commerce Women's Leadership Conference this year. The theme was I'm Her. And we've kind of taken it upon ourselves to say, I'm her safe space here at the cottage.
Right.
But that was the first opportunity that Dawn and I had to exhibit and really get our message out to a lot of people at once. Shout out to our business advisor coach, Miss Audrey, who told us that we need to really focus on some mass marketing to get our word out to everyone. So one of the first things that we did was jumped on the opportunity to have an exhibitor table at that Women's Leadership Conference. And that, I believe, was a game changer, right?
Yeah. It was super dope, and it reminded me of the Philadelphia Women's Conference that I had previously attended. But yeah, it was super dope to see all of the successful business-minded women in one room supporting each other. And just celebrating each other. So it was super dope, super dope.
Yeah, those were definitely the bosses, right?
Yeah.
Those were we ran into people. Troy Farmer, for example, we hadn't seen her in years. We made new connections. Michelle Washington was a great new connect. I mean, it was just Samantha Mitchell. It was just, I could go on and on and on and on.
It was a really
Paris and Gigi, I think her name was Gigi, the young lady that was a basketball player. But it was just a remarkable event. And Dawn, I know that you were a little,
so if you don't know Wilmington, if you don't already know that Devin is the mouth behind.
Wait, the mouth? What?
Yes. The mouth, right? So, I kind of just sit in the cut and, pop in where I need to or say what I have to. but Devin's really the mouth and the voice, right? So we get to this conference, and lo and behold, Devin's stomach starts I don't know, cramp or whatever you want to call it. So she just kept beeline, oh, I've got to go to the bathroom. Oh, I've got to go. So she kept, oh, my stomach.
I got bad guts, y'all.
Okay, so every 5 minutes, she would be going to the bathroom. I'm not dumb. I knew she was leaving me there on purpose by myself to force me to engage.
Forcing you to exercise a muscle, right? So that was a little okay. In my defense, my stomach was bothering me.
You did have bubble guts.
I did have bubble guts.
Okay.
Could I have withstood it? Absolutely. Could I have pushed through? In my former life, would I have pushed through? Absolutely. Did I need to push through at that moment? No, I didn't. Because that's part of what this journey is about. Right. Reevaluating when you need to push yourself, right?
Right.
And I got so much to talk to everybody about. But I also knew that I'm the face, right? I'm the voice, as you said. This pitch thing, I'm practicing, this muscle I'm exercising. You don't get that practice and that exercise as much.
Right.
And you're in the beginning phases of finding your voice. So I'm like, listen, I can't spend a little extra minutes in this bathroom because Dawn's holding that table down. Yeah. And you certainly did. You did a great job, and I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you. Whatever. And I immediately knew what was going on, and I immediately texted my weirdos group, my weirdos, and I was like, she has bubble guts. Going to the bathroom. I know.
She's testing me.
I know she's testing me. And Jamie writes back, she's testing you.
You got this, though, and you did, and you did absolutely great.
Yeah.
I was so proud of you. You had your suit on. You look so cute with your suit, your pinstripes, and your J's.
Oh my goodness,
girl, you did it.
I hadn't had a suit on in a very long time. Just yeah. But it felt good. It definitely felt good to engage. It was with the women. I liked that it was such a diverse crowd. And everyone just seemed to embrace.
Yes.
Yes. So it was. I look forward to
the next one.
Totally. And the food was good.
The food. Oh my goodness. When you went into the ballroom at lunchtime, that was the party, right?
Yeah.
That was the party. And I feel bad that I started throwing names out and I didn't name everybody, but there was just just like I said, if you were a boss, you were there that day, and you left feeling pumped up and you left feeling inspired, knowing that you are making a difference on a very, very important community of powerful women.
You are her.
You are her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then at that point, Dawn and I, we break. On that Thursday that was a busy Thursday. We break. We go to Grotto's because that's our recoup spot. We go to Grotto's on Pennsylvania Avenue. Shout out to Grotto's.
And it just seems that it falls because it's the middle spot, right?
Right.
So when we're leaving from downtown,
yes, to get back over to Green Hill,
well, we just come straight up Pennsylvania Avenue, and what better place to stop at than
to get a slice and a beer?
So yeah.
Yeah. So we stopped at Grotto's, we recouped for a minute, and then we came back to the cottage, and then that evening I went to the Pete DuPont Freedom Foundation 10th Anniversary Reinventing Delaware Dinner. That was amazing, right? Because that was a dinner that was 100 people of the 100 of the brightest, I'd say most innovative minds probably in Delaware had submitted ideas for how we could make a difference or make an impact in the state.
Right.
Obviously, since we are uber proud of the cottage and the impact that we're trying to make on the professional women's community, we submitted the cottage as an idea, and we were lucky and blessed enough to be selected to attend this dinner. And Dawn, I tell you, it was very inspiring in the sense that it gave us, once again, positive reinforcement that, even though the day-to-day grind may get hard, when you take a step back and you look at that vision and you get that feedback from others that, yes, this is an idea, this is something that is going to make an impact and move our community forward, that's when you're doing the right thing. Yeah. So shout out to everyone at the Pete DuPont Freedom Foundation, Stephanie and Jonathan, and everyone else that I met that night. It was Scott Malfitano. I ran into him from CSC. So it was just a very, very good, a good day and a good event.
Yeah. A lot of networking.
A lot of networking.
A lot of pitching.
A lot of networking, a lot of pitching, right? Yeah.
So what else?
So what else did we do in November? I was also very proud of our financial literacy program that we launched with Sun East Federal Credit Union, and Gretchen came here and did a financial wellness workshop for us.
Super dope.
That really was just the basics in budgeting. We're definitely going to have Gretchen back to talk about some other financial literacy areas. I saw that Sun East is also doing a workshop on identity theft and how to avoid scams. Yeah. So that may be a topic that we also bring to the cottage. So just to all of the listeners and the viewers, if there's any financial related topics that you would like to see here at the cottage, just please, let us know.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that session was good because Gretchen started at the basics at the bottom, and I think that she's creating a series, right? That will be presented through at the cottage that will take people through a growth.
Yes.
In their learning, right? So I think that's super cool that what Gretchen is trying to bring to the cottage. I also think that a lot of the networking that we did at the events, we were able to touch base with a lot of different
financial
institutions,
insurance agencies,
a Zumba instructor, so just I think
I forgot about the Zumba because we'll need that. As a matter of fact, I was going to tell everyone that my waist beads have indicated that we need some sort of fitness instructor to come to the cottage in January.
My goodness, we got to start. We're going to have to start it off right. Yeah, I know. I think. I think I went a little heavy Thanksgiving, and I haven't let up yet. So I definitely think that. So I told myself I was going to start sooner than January, but you convinced me that January was soon.
I think January is cool. I mean, as long as it doesn't get too far out of hand. But my waist beads are turning into boob beads. So that's not so good, right? Right. Moving along to Small Business Saturday. That we celebrated here at the cottage last Saturday. Was a very, I believe it was a very powerful event for women business owners here in the city of Wilmington to come together and create a marketplace. So I'm just once again going to shout out all of our vendors because this group of ladies was absolutely amazing last weekend. Shout out to Triple Keys Kitchen, who provided us with all of those delicious dinners. Oh my gosh, the turkey wings were seasoned to perfection. Mac and cheese, greens, chicken wings, like cornbread. The desserts were out of this world. So shout out to Triple Keys Kitchen. Also shout out to Caden & Co. for providing us with the lumbar support, our new pillows. I know some women, some of the ladies even got heating,
like a wrap
heating wraps, that were also very supportive for their wellness. Shauna Murray with her beautiful jewelry and pocketbooks, her purses.
Yeah.
And last but not least, how could we ever leave out the wonderful, magnificent Keisha Cox and the Wellness Connection, and our new friend Ty Ty.
Yeah.
So it was a great coming together of once again professional women that are trying to make an impact on the community and to move us forward.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know, it's something about our events where we end up with karaoke.
We got karaoke.
So all of our events end up with us
singing,
which it's super nice because we've bonded.
Yes.
By that point, we're all and we may have just met each other.
Yes, but if you're comfortable to get on the mic, then that means you're kind of in the club at that point, right?
By that point, and I think by that point we had all the vendors, and the vendors
were singing and like bringing out their talents, K-pop and speaking Korean, and everybody's like just mind blown because there was almost their secret hidden talents were exposed, and that felt good because it was an environment that was comfortable and safe enough for everyone to open up and sing.
That's what happens here then.
Do you like my singing voice?
No, not that. But positive things.
Positive things happen here, yes. Okay, so I think I got everybody caught up on everything that we did. Oh, wait, we did go see Mariah Carey this week. That was another thing. Oh, wait, we still have more things because we did Mariah Carey and I completed the Emerge program from Newcastle County Chamber too. So, so we did, it's been not, even though we say we're slowing down, we planted a lot of seeds that are just blooming or blossoming right now. Yeah, it's super cool. It's super cool. Just that I think next year, 2025, is just going to be super exciting. We've learned a lot. Yes. We know what mistakes not to make, what to do and what not to do. And we've met a lot of good people, and we're starting to actually form our little community. So I just think next year is going to be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. All right, so but yes, and not for nothing. Me as a first time Mariah. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's talk about the Mariah Carey concert. Yeah, what did you think? It was. I loved it, and I think it's something that I will definitely put on my calendar every year. So yes, I would agree with that, right? So this was actually my third time seeing Mariah Carey's Christmas show. The first time I saw her was in Atlantic City, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then I saw her in New York City, Madison Square Gardens. And then this one was Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. We're kind of like keeping our eye out. You guys can hear all the police and everything that are going by. So hopefully everything is okay, right? Everything's okay. It's a funeral. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Funeral. I couldn't see from that direction. Yeah. So this was my third time seeing Mariah. And yeah, it was a magical experience. I love the way that the show was able to, if you weren't in the Christmas spirit before or the holiday spirit before, it just brings you right. Yeah. Brings you right in. And, I'm a Disney person, and I like Disney for the magical experience. Yeah. For the fairy tale and just how it makes me feel. And that's how I felt when I was at the Mariah Carey. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I felt like sweet fantasy baby. Yeah. Now, I don't know if I would have the same feeling if it was June and, I was going to her concert. But yes. Correct. Holiday. That's a very good point. That's a very good point that, if it were not a Christmas themed or a holiday themed show, it would definitely be a little different. It would be different. I would still have enjoyed it, but it totally wouldn't. The nostalgia wouldn't have. Yes. And singing along with all the carols and all that stuff. Yeah.
And then the snow.
The snow, right? Like, so I thought that was interesting, or that was funny because before the show started, you were kind of underwhelmed with the set. And you were like, this set, and I was like, no, it's a curtain in front of a curtain. Like, it's a curtain. Like, you won't be able to see it. Like, they don't want you to even get a glimpse of it beforehand. And you're like, well, I won't be impressed unless there's snow that comes down. And I was like, oh, it's going to snow. And like as soon as she comes out, it's like, it's snowing. It's so magical.
Yeah.
But yeah, she really does a great job of setting the tone for the holidays.
Yeah, it's very, very good. I would definitely count that as one of my yearly to-dos.
Yeah.
Yep. What else?
Just now we're caught up, so tell everybody what we got going on next. Tomorrow is another busy day for us. We have yin yoga with Sherry in the morning.
Tonight we have book club.
Oh, tonight we have book club here at the cottage. Every first Friday of every month is the book club. Then tomorrow morning, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. is yin yoga with Sherry Greeby.
We start a new.
We start a new chakra tomorrow. It's going to be our third eye.
Yep.
So that's really focused on, self-awareness, and focus.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to be focusing on for the month of December. Also tomorrow afternoon we have the United Creative Exchange, their Christmas market at the Delaware Contemporary at noon, and then at 4 p.m. we will be back here at the cottage for our grief support group. So we will be on the move tomorrow, but a lot of great work is being done, and we'll be touching a lot of our support systems, and just making sure that we see all of our people this holiday season, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The only other thing I want to quickly plug before I turn it over to you, Dawn, is since we talked a lot about pitching, we are having here at the cottage a sit and pitch night for our open mic night. Is typically the second Thursday of every month. This month, we're going to do something a little different. We probably will still end up singing, but I would like to also have open the mic up for people that want to practice their pitch, and practice their public speaking. So please check in a safe space so that you can get that feedback, so that when you are ready to go out and make a public presentation or a public pitch, you've been able to kind of practice that a little bit in a safe and private environment.
And that's super. I'm using that word super a lot today, but that's super cool because, and I'm using that word cool a lot as well. But that's super cool because to get that immediate feedback from women who are looking to see you succeed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That support and that it's just nice. It's even just the encouragement to be your authentic self.
Your authentic self,
is
and get comfortable being yourself in front of people.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I think that's cool. Okay.
All right, I think that's all that I have for now.
Yeah.
Dawn, do you have any topics, or is there anything like what's Dawn want to talk about?
So the only thing that I really want to talk about, and it's come up a couple times recently in the near. And I think the healthcare, and people being able to afford healthcare, or health and insurance companies denying people's claims, and then people trying to, maybe they need a surgery, but it was denied, and then they're having to go and try and pull money together to have a surgery.
Yes.
For their quality of life, to maintain their quality of life, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand, what doesn't America see that maybe other countries understand a little differently. But I don't understand. Our vets, our seniors, I don't understand why they don't have, or that should be a worry.
Well,
they may have
yeah,
it,
I don't understand why that should be a worry for anyone.
For anyone.
Especially when you have made significant contributions to, I'm not even going to say society, but to a community, right?
Yeah.
And I think to your point, we saw with the CEO of United Healthcare this week was pretty much assassinated. And I believe that was a situation where, work and real life, corporate greed and real life collided. In a very violent way. We don't know all of the details there. But I will say that, that was probably an example of the breaking point, right? So people are at their breaking point with healthcare. Healthcare was intended to help people, right? And now we are in a situation where we feel like the corporations have become so greedy. And it's not about the patient anymore, but it's about a bottom line, or it's about a bonus, or it's about profits. How much more profits, do you need to show? And the thing is that I also, just from our experience a little bit, because we are a wellness center that is a for-profit organization. And I know just on our very small scale, that is something that we struggle with, because we know these are programs that people need. But we know we need to keep the lights on too. So we're always kind of towing that line, right, of how much do we charge people versus how much do we give, knowing that people, this is something that is needed, just to enjoy the basic like quality of life, right?
It's something that's needed, but it's one of the first things when your pockets become tight, that your self-care is probably, you start checking off, I won't get my hair done, or I won't get my nails done, or I won't get my eyebrows done, or I won't have that coffee every day, or something. The things that you do for yourself, these are they're the first things that go.
Yeah, and you know what? I since you brought this up, I did tell myself if I was ever in a situation that I had a forum to tell this story, I absolutely would. But my situation when I left my corporate job, I was receiving disability through an insurance company at that time, Lincoln. I think it was Lincoln Financial or Lincoln something. And I felt that because it was a mental health claim, that it was it was so hard for them to believe me.
Yeah.
And I felt that just dealing with anxiety and depression and trying to manage a mental health claim with an insurance juggernaut was enough to set my recovery back in itself.
Each time
I spoke to them.
Yeah.
And I actually, at one point I felt that it became very personal with the claims agent. I felt that she actually received pleasure in finally closing my claim, because at my salary, they did not want to pay 66% of that, right? So, and in hindsight, I probably made the decision to walk away from my career based off of how the insurance company handled my illness at the time. So I do believe, to your point, Dawn, and this is me speaking as a privileged person that was gainfully employed for many, many years. I can only imagine what the people that don't have that same level of access or same level of social status would be going through.
It just is unbelievable. I heard two scenarios within the last 24 to 48 hours that and these are working people. These are not, these are people that are what society would call, good citizens, right? Worked all their lives, and at a certain age, something happened, and in both scenarios, they've had to. It was a rally of friends and family
coming together
to support this.
Sad.
And it's sad. And it's not, like, again, I want to reiterate, it's not, these are people, that are good
they've made significant contributions.
They've put into the American dream, right? They've put into it.
They bought into the dream.
And now they are in need, or were in need, and the dream doesn't answer back. It doesn't answer back.
Oh, Dawn, you're speaking my language. Yeah, so that's part of what, that's part of what our journey is too, right? And I think that that's almost the blessing and the curse of what we're doing, is that we're able to take a step back and say, like, granted, it was based off of, we had to go through that first of knocking on the door and the system not answering back for us, to now be able to take a step back and say, wait a second, this is happening here, it's happening here, it's happening there, and it's not us, right? It's the system that's been created
that we've tried to learn to navigate. And what we thought was
doing the right thing,
doing the great thing, and navigating it successfully.
But we've created monsters, juggernauts, right?
Is that what they're called, juggernauts?
Well, I would imagine I think juggernaut is like a juggernaut, like it's like a huge. Imagine like a big ship, or like a juggernaut is like a big, just massive.
Okay.
That can take over anything, that can just swim through anything, sail through anything. It's like a big tank, and now they're going to learn how to automate, and that's going to remove them even further from the person. But let's not get talking about that. We are here for a wind down Friday.
Yes.
But we do have to circle back on some of these topics are
and that's, I will say that I think that we're learning our talking points, and I think that next year 2025
okay,
I think that we are going to tackle some more sensitive topics,
perhaps more controversial topics,
and I would like to engage more with the public, with the viewing audience.
Yes, absolutely.
And but I think there's so much that we all see.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I definitely think that they're
all different perspectives.
From all different perspectives, and what better place to have those conversations
but for the cottage.
But at the cottage, right? So I'm looking forward to us tackling those types of what is it? Eardropping, or
I don't know. I'm working on some names. We go through this whole naming thing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be definitely tackling a lot of these more sensitive, more critical, more crucial topics to the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, it's a lot of fun here at the cottage, but we do the work too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got to start digging a lot deeper into, into these issues that are impacting our communities.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to see, because we are there's going to be a transition of leadership.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see how America handles.
Yes. How we do.
How America handles it.
Yep.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Producer, how are we looking on time? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Well, guys,
we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this week.
Yeah, we are. As always, we love coming and talking to you guys, and just
stay positive.
Yeah, stay positive.
Stay focused. We love you guys. Peace. Love.
Butterflies.
Butterflies.